The athletes you are about to see on Phenomenal Elite Wrestling are highly trained professionals who have spent years mastering their craft. Every maneuver, stunt, and performance is executed under strict supervision and with safety precautions in place. We urge all viewers, especially younger audiences, to never attempt to replicate or perform any of the moves seen on this program at home, school, or anywhere else. Stay safe, enjoy the show, and remember, leave the wrestling to the pros.
In the back of the queue. Wait a second! Oscar Prospero! Oscar Prospero, he's got that golden ticket! This is the perfect moment! The perfect moment to cash in the golden ticket!
After a last man standing match, but wait a second!
Riley Nova! Nova's... Nova preventing what I think was about to be a cash-in of the golden ticket.
You're exactly right.
Nova was scheduled to be Prospero's opponent here tonight.
See, what you did there is you proved me right. Right. You know you can't beat him because you're scared of him. Just like you're scared of me because you know you can't out-wrestle either of us. We are champions. We are TV superstars. You're just like them. You're their friends, as you like to put it. You're not a wrestler, and you've proven it here. Is this the man you want to be? Is this the wrestler you want to be? Is this the champion that you would like to be?
It's a great question.
So you listen here, you have something there that I want. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to hand this over to me.
What?
Oscar, you prove to these people, you prove to me, and you prove to yourself what kind of a man you want to be. You put that ticket on the line against me right now.
What on earth? Come on. Prospero came out here to cash the ticket in on Selstrom, not to put it on the line against Riley Nova.
He's about to take a cheap way to the championship, Oscar Prospero. I mean, that is well within his right as the golden ticket holder.
He's helping Selstrom up.
He apologized.
Riley Nova appealed to the sense of fairness that Prospero might have. And it worked, I think. Meanwhile, Nova with an elbow to the back of the head. Don't tell me this match is happening.
For the golden ticket.
Well, again, it was originally scheduled it was going to be these two tonight, but certainly not with this stipulation.
Prospero has laid his golden ticket in the center of the ring, so I mean, you've got to assume, and that Chocolate Thunder is the one who can, I suppose, sanction this, maybe. certainly the one who can do something about it. He's been saying he wants this to be a fair evening of competition. Danny Marks is on the way out.
He's been kind of commandeered here by Riley Nova. Not really coming out of his own volition. And Prospero.
This is your main event. And Oscar Prospero has put his golden ticket on the line.
By the way, how hypocritical of Riley Nova, who himself once cashed in the golden ticket in very similar circumstances, claiming it would be immoral in some way for Prospero to take advantage of the bad condition of Jack Selstrom.
Look, I mean, nobody knows the golden ticket better than Riley Nova. Chocolate Thunder's rejoining us here at the commentary desk.
I wish I knew, Dave. I wish I knew. I did say to Oscar, you don't have to do this, but he wants to defend the golden ticket, and if that's what he wants, then I've got to allow it.
Nova having goaded Oscar Prospero, who again came out here to cash it in on the champion. He should be the world champion right now, by all accounts.
We saw earlier on as well, Prospero is very easily goaded into putting his accolades on the line. He's booked himself a tag team championship match against Fabulous Sauce.
Well, again, let me, given his past history of doing exactly this, let me ask you this: if Riley Nova were to beat Oscar Prospero, if he was to become the golden ticket holder, do you think there would be any hesitation in Riley Nova in cashing in the same circumstances that he just reprimanded Prospero for trying to?
Not for a second.
Exactly.
And I see where you're coming from, Dave, but I've got to say, in this instance, I think it says more about Oscar Prospero, whether or not he was ready really to cash in. He came out with all the fire, all the vim and vigor, and all it took was a quick chat with Riley Nova to make him doubt himself and even apologize to Jack Selstrom. Oscar, you have everything within you to be a world champion, but not if you're going to have an attitude like that.
But you sound like you want him to apologize for being a man of honor, a man of integrity.
Look, if you've got that golden ticket, there's a reason it is called that. It's your ticket to the gold. And he had it. He had it in the palm of his hand.
Well,
but he let it go. And now he might lose it entirely.
Yeah, well, let's hope. Let's hope that doesn't happen, because Riley Nova, having again psychologically just manipulated Prospero here into putting that on the line. An arm drag. Once again, if you're just joining us, unfortunately, by many fans' view, I'm sure, Jack Selstrom remaining the PEW World Champion after what was a double count out in the last man standing match against Smashing Mike. Prospero coming out here with intentions of cashing in that golden ticket on a clearly damaged world champion in Selstrom after that match, but Riley Nova, the protege of Jack Selstrom, really, I think, gets the credit here for saving the title for Selstrom tonight.
Looks like he's working that shoulder, Riley
Nova. And Nova's no idiot. He knew what he was doing coming out here. He knows what he's doing now, focusing on a body part.
He has been consumed with thoughts of winning that championship ever since he lost it.
We saw Prospero earlier tonight interrupting the what was it? Flawless Source Live.
Flawless Source Live, the hottest new show in town.
An unsuccessful pilot, I think we'll call that.
Well, I mean, they got a championship match out of it. I call that quite successful.
Yeah. Prospero, again, his valor, his sense of honor, his determination to be a fighting champion, maybe getting him in trouble there, because he granted Flawless Source a rematch for those tag team titles somewhere down the road when Adam Bolt's back with us. And it's that same generosity of spirit here that has possibly cost Prospero, certainly cost him his cash-in of the golden ticket, and may cost him his possession of that golden ticket.
I hope he knows what he's doing. I tried to tell him. Lad wanted to defend it, and so be it.
Tried to catch him, got him. He's looking for the DDT, but he quickly improvised there. Very smart, going for the inside cradle. Riley Nova, though, catching with a hip toss. Now hooking that right leg for a 2 count. Prospero, who was under no obligation to put that golden ticket on the line here, was within less than a second there of losing it. Nova, the very definition of toxic masculinity. He revels in that fact. Nova, we mentioned earlier, the only person in PEW history to have done that triple crown. He's a former world champion, former internet champion, former tag team champion. A kick out on 2 from Prospero.
Every single one of the belts that he's held is in higher esteem because he has held them.
Again, thank you for giving us a preview of your next issue of the Riley Nova Fan Club newsletter.
It's in high circulation.
Isn't it?
Well, is beloved.
Sounds beloved, doesn't he? Here comes Prospero, who actually is. Dropping the face of Nova on the knee. And Prospero, despite that golden ticket being in jeopardy here, might be about to take out Nova. He's got him in that fireman's carry position. Nova able to escape. And then Nova, big body slam, dropped him on his arm. Now Nova will roll him over, go for the cover, and it's a kick out on 2 from Prospero. Nova maybe was going for that sit-out Death Valley driver. He calls it the Ryle driver. Couldn't get him on those shoulders.
Prospero must be thinking back just a few minutes ago, really. He could have become the world champion, and now he's looking up at the lights here in the Escalating Community Centre, looking up at the form of Riley Nova, who is in complete control, wondering if he will ever get an opportunity again, whether he'll still even have the ticket to cash in.
I remember earlier tonight, before we knew that there was going to be this stipulation on this match, Chocolate Thunder banned Freya Rose from ringside during Riley Nova's match tonight. That's why Nova's out here on his own. Selstrom, of course, recovering from what was a near miss, so to speak. If indeed Prospero had been able to cash in, a flurry of elbows there, resulting in a 2 count for Nova. And I guess in Prospero's defense in terms of not cashing it in, the moment Riley Nova ran out here and got himself in between Prospero and Selstrom, you've got to think from Prospero's point of view, even if he did cash in, Nova would have found a way to prevent him winning. So you understand him not going ahead with the cash in maybe, but to be goaded into putting his own golden ticket on the line.
What was it he was saying earlier on about Adam Bolt teaching him to believe in yourself and to reach for the stars and all the rest of it? I mean, that's all well and good until you walk into a closed door like this. This was entirely avoidable for Prospero.
Again, his sense of honour, sense of competition.
Yeah,
I know it's not a sense that you share.
The sense I share is championships. That's what I'm after, any means necessary.
And that is a sentiment that is shared by Riley Nova, whose shoulders briefly went down there. Him just trying to smash Prospero's head into the canvas time and time again. Riley Nova, who's been going from strength to strength. He seems a young man destined for the top. Already been at the top in PEW as a world champion, but get the impression that's just the beginning for Riley Nova, although, as we've been saying for months, he could be a little more careful in the company that he keeps. Been influenced undoubtedly by Jack Selstrom, by Joseph Connors. At least with Connors not here, and with Freya Rose banned from ringside, he's going to have to take this golden ticket from Prospero on his own.
Prospero now trying to find a bit of steam of his own.
The hip toss. And the Merchant of Menace starting to build momentum. The body slam. Prospero down to a knee though, he's exhausted. Prospero drops the elbow.
It's a tempest of elbow drops onto Riley Nova.
Dropping the elbow again and again and again. elbows was that from Prospero?
Might be enough to keep him down.
In the end, it was much ado about nothing. Prospero, though, firing up here.
It's hard getting behind him now. I think he's feeling it.
Might be looking for poor Yorick. Can't get him. He can't get him. Trying to hook him. Almost a full Nelson. He's got him in here. Nova leaping over the top and then dropping the throat of Prospero. Look how happy he is of himself.
Taking a second to catch his breath. He's been on the receiving end for a little while, but now this is Riley Nova's opportunity to take control right back.
He's his own biggest fan, isn't he? If you weren't the chairman of the Riley Nova fan club, I'm sure he'd happily fill the position.
What fan club?
Excuse me, we have several members.
Two, you and Riley Nova. Got him up here. He tried to equilibrium a little bit off.
Oh, but the strength, the inner determination, but they have nothing in comparison to the elbows, I thought, by Riley Nova, but there!
He caught him. Here comes the cover of that rolling Tefali driver. And Prospero was less than a quarter of a second away there from dodging a bullet and keeping hold of his golden ticket.
Think about the journey Oscar Prospero has been on over the past year or so. Going from someone resented by the crowd to very organically finding himself a legion of supporters, internet champion, tag team champion, and now golden ticket holder. But it could all come crashing down within 3 seconds if he can't put Riley Nova away.
Here comes the poor Yorick, Oh, Nova didn't let it happen. Nova knows Prospero very well, knew what he was going for. There! The overhead neck breaker. Going for the cover. Nova to win the golden ticket, and he was very, very, very close.
And just now you're starting to see the frustration show on the face of Riley Nova. He's been composed, somewhat arrogant you might say, but for the first time the mask is starting to slip.
Riley Nova, his frustrations. Again, like we've seen with several people tonight, that pronounced chip on the shoulder that we have where it comes to Riley Nova. Nova.
Signaling.
Super kick there. Nova gets the super kick. Falls on top of Prospero. And listen to that scream of frustration from Nova.
Super kicks like that have put away the very best in this business, but not enough tonight to take the golden ticket home for Riley Nova.
By the way, if Riley Nova were to win the golden ticket, does that undermine trust between him and Selstrom? There's always the possibility Nova could cash in on Selstrom.
Hey, you're absolutely right. That is very much within the realms of possibility, but it might just solidify this group's grasp on the women's title, the world title, the golden ticket. It puts all the power in their corner. So it's not just a championship on the line.
Wait, Nova, hang on. Nova's looking for the Ryle driver. The Ryle driver from... Oh, he got him. It was a GTS in the end. Caught him with the knee. It's a kick out anyway. I thought Prospero had been knocked flat out cold.
I think everyone in the building did, Dave. Chocolate Thunder on his feet one more time.
And Nova keeping Prospero guessing. Knocking him out seemingly with the knee. But apparently not, because Prospero somehow, maybe it was just instinct, maybe some part of his brain heard the referee's count and his body just reacted before the count of 3. And it's tense in here. It is tense in here with that golden ticket on the line.
You can feel it.
Listen, Oscar, hang on. This isn't worth your life. It's not worth your body. These people, they give us a motion, Oscar. Pull them up in front. Pull them up in front.
And Nova demanding that the referee call the match in his favor.
I mean, Danny Marks looks like he might be thinking about it. Oscar Prospero has not been able to get back to his feet, not maybe able to necessarily answer Danny Marks' questions.
That's the last thing Marks wants to do. It's the last thing he wants to do. He's not going to try and take away that golden ticket from Prospero. Prospero won an entire Rumble match to do that. Prospero is stopping Marks from doing it.
Prospero letting Riley Nova know it's not over just yet.
Nova shoving Prospero down. Nova trying to bully the official. Trying to bully his way into becoming a golden ticket holder. Oh, there's a roll up! The roll up! Roll up! Roll up! Prospero got him! Prospero got him! Prospero still has the golden ticket!
Riley Nova can't believe it!
And Nova is beside himself. The plan has backfired for Riley Nova. Nova's not walking out of here with the golden ticket.
And Prospero might not be walking away with a championship, but he's still holding on to the prospect.
Yeah, hang on, the night might not be over.
No, I don't think that it is.
Oh, poor Yorick! Poor Yorick from Oscar Prospero! Nova got what he deserved!
Taken everything out of Prospero, but he's standing tonight with that ticket in his hand.
Prospero nearly exploited, goaded into giving up the ticket. He was equally close to cashing in tonight. But Prospero able to take advantage of the hubris, of the arrogance of Riley Nova, who was trying to bully the referee. One roll up later, Prospero holds on to the ticket, and after poor Yorick, Riley Nova ends the night unconscious. Our guest host, Chocolate Thunder, congratulating Oscar Prospero on his successful efforts at holding on to that golden ticket here. Prospero's going to shake hands with everyone in the building. The Merchant of Menace did it. The No Holds Barred stands tall. Oscar Prospero defeats Riley Nova in our main event here in Ettington on a night that was full of bangers.